Yeah, excuse me, absolutely. So my name is Mario Rojas. I am a cybersecurity and threat intelligence researcher with Maltego. I hope you can see my screen properly.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go pretty quickly through what Maltego is. So Maltego is a threat link analysis tool, which is used by investigators across the globe. And it is used in three main industries, so law enforcement, cybersecurity operations for enterprises, and trust and safety for enterprises as well. And we have helped in over 1 million investigations. Maltego is pretty old. It's been in the market for over 13 years now. And you can see here, we talk a little bit how Maltego connects seamlessly with dozens of data sources, including commercial data, hosting data, free data, and even your own company data. You will see a little bit more into the demo. I will present a demo later on, how we can help analysts actually get information with just a couple of clicks, and how we can accelerate investigations from hours to just a few minutes. So what I'm going to be talking about today is about some crypto scams. I know that there is not a day that goes by without us seeing a new news article talking about some cryptocurrency being stolen or some different scams that have come up. I know one of the latest ones that we saw was one of these was the Squid Game. So this was a pump and dump kind of a scam. But we also see other types of scams where they develop applications, iOS applications or Android applications, or in order to steal money from victims. They also do the kind of what we were talking before about pig butchering scams, or the romance scams as well. And what I'm going to be showing today is actually the kind of view from a researcher perspective on how we can use something like ScamAdviser and Maltego to help these kind of networks very quickly and pretty efficiently. So I'm going to move here to ScamAdviser, to the Analyzer web UI. So I'm just going to show you. I know that we are kind of short on time. So I'm going to show you how you can use ScamAdviser in order to find this kind of scammy networks. So you see that here I'm using the trust score, and I'm using the domain name, and thankfully we have these wildcards that we can use. I'm going to hit search here, and you will see on the bottom it will return the different sites that match my criteria. And I use this criteria using Bit and Exchange because a lot of the scam networks that I have seen, or a lot of these websites have come up with these names on the URL. Is obviously to try to trick people into believing that these are actual exchanges. And why am I targeting exchanges? It's because a lot of people are focusing on the type of scams, where on the romance scams, on the pump and dump scams. But there are not many people thinking about the actual exchanges that can be actually fake as well. It can be stealing people money from the people. You see that here I got a lot of different results. So another thing that I can do is that I can use the TLD, or the top level domain, in order to filter out a little bit of that noise, or just focus my efforts on a specific public. And you see here, it actually just gave me back 10 domains. I'm going to select one domain, this one at the bottom, the one that says bitcexchangemarket.com. And I'm going to come actually to my tool. This is how Maltego looks like. And I'm going to open a blank graph for me to create my investigation. I'm just hitting Control B to paste that into Maltego. And as you can see, Maltego is pretty smart as to understanding that this is actually a domain. And from here, I can actually also, if I right click anywhere on my graph, I can also access the ScamAdviser as well from here. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to look for the ScamAdviser, and I'm going to use one transform, which is called annotate domain. What this is going to do is it's going to go to ScamAdviser data, and it's just going to grab that information for me about the trust score that ScamAdviser has given to this domain. You see that now it has a little yellow dot on the upper left corner, which means that this website is probably not good. And I can see on the right-hand side, I can see the trust score that has been provided by the ScamAdviser. On this one, we see that it's a 54 score. And I can get more information from the ScamAdviser about this one, such as why this is given that score. I can come back to my transforms and I can retrieve these trust rules. This is just some information that ScamAdviser provides or assigns to the different domains depending on their own criteria. I can see one of them says that online scams and fake sites use this registrar very often. This is quite good information. I can see, for example, that the website is very young. The owner of this website is actually providing their identity or their information, which is unusual for this kind of scamming sites. So I can actually use another one of our integrations. For example, in this case, I'm going to use WhoisXML data in order to get the Whois records. I want to look at that registrar that was mentioned by ScamAdviser before. You see here it returns me that Whois data information. If I open up this one, I just double click on this one and go to properties. I can see the different data that comes with a Whois record. I see the registrar name. This is obviously a fake name, but it's on the clearing. We can use this information to find all additional websites. I see where the registrant country, I see where this was created. And a little bit more information, I see a registrant email as well. So I see Gmail here. It's obviously also an email that may not lead us into a lot of details, but I can still use that. So now I'm going to use, again, WhoisXML data, and I'm going to extract some fields from it. So I'm going to extract the registrant name. I'm going to extract the registrant email. I also want the registrar, just because I want to see where that registrar is located. I want to put that information in my graph. And say I got that data. So another thing that I can see here from the ScamAdviser is that the domain has valid SSL certificate, or the website has a valid SSL certificate. And I can actually look for that website using another transform called to website using domain. And this one is using the Bing API in order to go and grab this information for us. It will take just a couple of seconds. I see here the website, and now I can use another one in order to extract that certificate as well. And for me as a researcher or an investigator, I can use this information in order, for example, to understand where the website was registered and when this certificate was issued as well. And that will give me an idea on, for example, if there are thousands of domains that I can link to the same person, I can get an idea on different campaigns that they are following. We know that the scammers, they tend to follow the trends of the market as well. So if they start changing the names of the domains as well, then I can see those trends. So I see that this one was registered almost a month after the domain was created, and I see that it has only a validity of 3 months, which is something that I see very often on this kind of domains that use free SSL certificates. And I mentioned before as well that I can use this information in order to find additional websites. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use again WhoisXML, and I'm going to do a reverse Whois record search. And this is going to use this registrant and check WhoisXML for other domains that have been registered by the same person or the same entity. I see right away I got 104 additional domains. If I zoom in a little bit, you will see that the domains are pretty, looks like they were generated with an algorithm. So it's nothing.
Mario,
yes.
1 more minute.
Yeah, I'll finish up pretty quickly. So the next thing I'm going to do here, if I want to as well, sorry, look for the SSL certificates for these ones as well. And I can use something like VirusTotal as well. VirusTotal sometimes provides additional data on SSL certificates. And while this is running, I'm going to switch pretty quickly to my presentation. I want to show that the real hurt or harm that this can cause. So I found out Twitter posts about this specific site that was that we found, this specific domain that we found in the ScamAdviser. And we see how a person actually lost over $130,000 to this scam website. We see that they mentioned here an Ethereum actually address. And I see also, I wanted to showcase how this person was also using ScamAdviser to check about this domain validity. And if I go back to Maltego, this is still running. I know that we only have a minute, but I want to show you that you can also paste here, for example, that Ethereum address, which is this one down here. You can follow the money around. This is especially important for law enforcement if they want to be able to charge these guys or these scammers and then try to retrieve some of that money and give it back to the victims of these scams. And I think we are done on time, but you see that just the last thing I'm going to show is that we were, in just 5 minutes, we were able to find 105 domains that are public, most likely being used for scams. We can use a ScamAdviser to report this as well and just try to fight back on these scams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mario. And I'm very happy that your Maltego can integrate so many data sources to identify the cyber criminals. Thank you very much for your presentation.